Actor. Your Excellency, you're welcome. You do Wezor. Afa makumia nonyi program aji. Makumia nonyi. Kindly go and take your seat. Please go and sit. We are about to start the program. Makumia nonyi. Akonami. Miaji pata. Makwa afia miarofia. Miayo Mr. Akpalu of our opening prayer nami. Mr. Akpalu, please come and give us opening prayer. Mr. Akpalu, please opening prayer.
Thank you, MC. Thank you. Mr. President, you are welcome. Permit me to use a language. I know this is your home. So let me pray in heaven. Ayesu, Madakumi Adogbada, Mau performie dak pano regbe pankakata. Alabanya nui kana ngulori ho. Ekbea anya kakatohe la kata pagbama. Mia novi, mia fofo, mia president, aro mia doma. Mia kwegbera shioma. Ba ho bibli le share ka no enko. Le fayama, klefa kamema. Jirudu na suoshi. Le Yesu Christo pankoma. Amen.
Thank you very much, Mr. Akpalu. Mr. Akpalu, Miaji, Miabiacho, constituency chairman, but Wanami, the welcome address, chairman. Choboy, hey,
Akpenabi. His Excellency, the former president, with your permission, I would like to convey my message in so that my people will really understand what I want to tell them. Okay, yes. Miato. Okay. Yeah. Come down. Yeah. Please. Malakumi Rafuma. Anya jijo number magakpomi. Amoglo pashigbauri. Amogble agble. Dagbauri. Avadora afia. Agba. La susura ka kota. Mera kudorina ji. La susura ka kota. Da NDC fangoyi kota. Ayata dodashi ona majiwa mado WoezorTV nabi. Wezor ina miapa afiarolao yokacho branch yokatava fia mia Wezor. Ja namba shama. Mado Wezor na miapa regional executive so. Pla national executives pla party fak bonugla yo kata klo miapa magarova Mado Wezor namba shama. Mia Wezor lo. Kafifia majio Mado Wezor na amatohere. Amaika mi atang globa atrosu akpe ika hotula ogba. Gaka agba yevasu jogojikba. Amaika Gana kata Blakika magodo Alalijiba Mahama vahonabi. Majio Mado Wezor na matohema. Miato mielafuma. Mashama na chokla lidodo. Miato Wezor na His Excellency, the former President of the Republic of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama. Ava binonyi ka agba fia mievare. Obaga yimalio. Ta mienya gara blogo. Gaka machishara denyara tomana mbama glonami. Oba anumano na tada ono jijima afodo. Anumano na etadere ojina afodo. ayata nyejashi Mahama ho menyaba adola onya awo dohana mi jeka ho miapa last chance ya ayata majiba ma aglona mi ba anyaba constituency chairman na malamagbana Mahama gong ka myoha miela magbalia to boy kanya ye majiba ma aglona ba mi akata to alia mi dofia majiba ma aglona Mahama JM bubutaba kata la magbede kata afu ogane nye 100% naga JM alabade. And I would like to say this in English so that it will go directly to the incoming president. We have been loyal to this party for ages, and we want to see signs of development in Keta. The first one, in the first 100 days, when you assume office, we expect that you clear those containers and change them to working pots. We are expecting that you improve the road network of the area. We are expecting that you improve the infrastructure of the area. We are expecting that you give water to the villages that are not having water for years. All this, when you do these things, we will remain loyal to this party for God knows how long. Thank you very much, and you are all welcome. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That is the constituency chairman. Mekumya ijimya ho miafa MP bubuto Honorable Kwame Jijoli Gakpe Onami Fonkofu. Ezu Eyezaza Eyezu. Her Excellency, I want to stand on the existing protocol established by the chairman. Her Excellency, in the Bible states that the step of a righteous man is ordered by the Lord. On this biblical version I give you, I declare you as a winner of 2024 election. Eyezu, the people of Keta declare support for you. You will get 100% in this election. And I, Jijoli Gakpe, Member of Parliament for Keta, I declare my support for John Mahama. Those other people are contesting no Bagawaya. Eyezu, His Excellency, because this is the foundation constituency of NDC, the founders constituency. With humility, I want all of us to rise to pay a 1-minute silence to the founder of NDC. 1 minute silence. Thank you. May their souls rest in perfect peace, and may his souls rest. His Excellency, on this juncture, I will change the gear to Nyigba. I want to speak a language to my people. Eyezu, Sasa, Anya ko magbakulon ko nyaba, miao Keta to Keta, delegate to Keta, me declare me about support na John Ramani Mahama. Eyezu, His Excellency Kwame Miela, manya contest Jimulalo, he is campaigning already as a flag bearer of NDC. Eyezu, Zaza, that is where President Mahama mentioned that
He's already in the dancing floor. They want experienced people, not people who what experiment. It's the same way. So it is the time now. But yoji amayo kala tepamaho. Alo mayo ka experience loshi. Manya yoko maye yareka vebe. Ale dukok mafia. Ava vakpira bele ko ogo. Mane na maglon John the ex-president alo. Enya klima ko kulamo lenyama. His Excellency, Keta have been loyal to NDC for so long. The people of Anyako, Konu, Seva, since I was born, there is no water, no pipe-borne water. So when we give you our support, and then in the 100 days you come to power, you make sure you fix the water problem in Konu, Anyako, and Keta. The last one is people of Hagoji, Mamime, Sungbe. These are people suffering. There's no road access to them. Bridge is not there. Within 120 days, we want to do the bridge and get access for Huanwe, Habaji, and Zura. Hey, Yesu? Hey, Sasa? Because there is no time at this juncture, I pray that the Almighty God grant all of us peace and make sure the dream we are dreaming that 2024 come, His Excellency John Ramani Mahama will be victorious. The same way, all the contestants, those who God have anointed, will be victorious. Ezu? So let's go to I know some of our delegates are not here. So please, when you go home, deliver His Excellency message to them. Because this country, there is nothing going on. As I speak to you, the economy is in shambles. And on this note, His Excellency. Macho Monkpoko akpatam na masha mekeva. Banemi katami joyira miapa nopo mauso bolisa na tuchinami miarunku jijoliga akpeji akpanami.
Thank you very much. At this juncture, we want to welcome our regional chairman to give us his address. Thank you, Chairman.
Choboy, Elezu. Ah, on y a merci session. Elezu, Elesasu, MFA. Akpenami. Midi chava mi agbo egba de susu de Kata. Benemi akata na mi support. JDM. Wavasu mi ape flag bearer. Menene mawa. Enye as regional chairman, unko yenye mauto akbavito, mele JDM yo me gong. Alabe mi ape chairman, kple MP, o promise be wanami 100% like Keta, tami khonyama. But they ma glo na mi be, nyakata na mi support JDM. Kakokpe de wan, nude journal Togo. No be no dakwa otrina fli o dana ballot boss evedi no do boss agboa soja wa gbo na be dakona meyi alo twena mega ta on the 13th of May nu ya ogami le kwenye be twena mega nuka miawo mika bleka bekanya mega John Mahama bekanya mega Mekamia trainer mega desusumata miakata mia na foji bla jijo bla pesepo bla hajiji akoko mia incoming president His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Choboy. Suzuza Operation of the land.
you very much. Me annoying. Akwe kaka. Hey, bubuzela to. Mede kuku. Thank you very much. The regional chairman, our dignitaries on the stage, former Speaker of Parliament, my friend and colleague, Honorable Sylvester Mensah, the convener of the John Mahama campaign, Professor Joshua Alabi, and all the other dignitaries here present, constituency executives, and especially branch executives, you're all welcome. Thank you very much. I'm here for a simple reason, and that reason is that on May 13th, we're going to hold the primaries to select the presidential candidate who will lead the NDC into the 2024 elections. I was here in 2019 and you gave me 98-point-something% of the votes. We are going to hold primaries again, and I know this time it's not going to be 98-point-something, it's going to be 99.9999999%. Because if it was any other time, we can afford to choose anybody. But the state in which Ghana is today, we cannot try again. We don't want Toby Dumpo. The last time they begged us, try me, and we tried it. Me don't call, Elia. This is where it has. This is where it has landed us. So at this critical juncture in Ghana's history, we need an experienced hand, somebody who's been there before, somebody who has done it before. We need experience, not experiment. We need experience, not experiment. And I was saying, and not jokingly, that we need somebody who knows the Flagstaff House already. From Independence Square, we're going straight to the Flagstaff House. Nobody has to show us the president's office because we know the president's office already. In 2016, despite the work that we had done, in the 4 years that we were in government, we borrowed 54 billion cedis. 54 billion cedis. By the time we left office in 2016, Ghana's debt was 120 billion. From independence till I left office, 120 billion. Everything that you see that we did during our period in office was with 54 billion. Electricity, water, schools, hospitals, airports, the new Temaport, interchanges, everything was with 54 billion. Somebody took over 120 billion. Today, the debt is almost 600 billion. More than 400 and something billion addition to the public debt. And I'm saying, if NDC was the party in government and had more than 400 billion, today Ghana will be like Dubai. And yet what do we see? Nothing. I mean, since NDC left in 2016, tell me what has happened here. Nothing. Only containers. And when you've not even started constructing a port, you have a port director, you have assistant port director, you have a technical director, you have harbor master. I mean, and all of them have Land Cruisers going and coming. But that's the hallmark of this government. Deception. And for them it's always propaganda and lies. Always. And that's how they came with mouth-watering promises. They said they could manage the economy better than us. When we come, and it was only sloganeering. 1V, 1D, 1D, 1F, one child, one egg, one something, one something. That's all they do, sloganeering. And then Ghana nyeo hiamai. Yetisika so. I come there. Namuma ye kwan na ye ba. Ye best son your must never ya Ghana for you never. That's all. Look at us today. We are broke. We are bankrupt. We can't pay our debts. And the worst one is the economic management team. Now people are running away. Now that the economy has collapsed, the solid team, those who were part of the solid team, people are washing their hands and saying they don't know anything about it. And yet, when Baumia was mentioning their names, they were sitting there and clapping. They were all happy. Professor Jambafo, Honorable Osafo Mafo, Kendo Furiata. What a solid team. Alan Tremantin. This is the solid team. Solid team, yeah. They finished us, kwata. And the sad thing is, when you ask them, oh, it's because of Ukraine war. Ukraine-Russia war is because of COVID-19. COVID-19, Lafika. COVID-19, Lafika. During COVID-19, you got more money than any other West African country. IMF alone gave you $1 billion. Then they gave you a second time, $1 billion special drawing rights. IMF alone, $2 billion. Bank of Ghana, 10 billion cedis. Stabilization Fund, $275 million. World Bank, $930 million. African Development Bank, EU, Germany, all of them gave you money. So it was rather a windfall. And look at how they spent the 21 billion. For those of you who have followed parliamentary work and the Auditor General's report, the published Auditor General's report, you weep for Ghana. Never again should we as Ghanaians sit and let one president and his family come and take this country and make it end up the way they have. We should not allow it because of the future of our children and our children's children. Ghana does not belong to anybody, it belongs to all of us. And all of us have a stake in this country. And so the people of Ghana are looking up to us. They are crying to NDC because NDC is the viable alternative. They are crying to NDC to come and rescue them, and we dare not fail them. And that is why we must work hard in order that we win the elections of 2024. And that work is going to be done by you, because elections are won or lost at the polling station. The electoral process gives you the instruments to be able to police the poll. And we must admit it, that during the last election, and partly because of what happened, the COVID period, the lockdown, the restrictions, it was not possible to give our polling agents the kind of training that we needed to give them. Because by the time we started training our polling agents in late August, September, we could do only one wave of training before we went into the elections. This time we're going to do 5 waves of training. Everybody who is a polling agent will be trained 5 times and tested before you go and sit there. And as I've said, our selection of polling agents should not be on who came to the party first. It should be on who can sit there and make sure that the right thing is done. And so we need polling agents who can read figures, who can add figures, who can subtract, basic arithmetic. And so if you are the chairman or you are the secretary and you cannot do that, you have a child who can do it. You have a child who is in university. You have a child who is in technical university. Let him go and sit at the polling station for us. And so I'll beg that this time, let's choose the polling agents well. We will train them. We're going to bring them from time to time to locations. We'll train them on what we expect them to do at the polling stations so that they can make sure that the right thing is done. And I believe, by the grace of the Almighty, inshallah, that if the right thing is done in this election, NDC will emerge victorious in 2024. Again, let's talk about some of the issues that were raised. We know the problem with water in some of the communities here. And so we designed the Sogakope Lome water system. It was meant to take water from Sogakope, treat it and pump it across to Lome. And all the communities along the routes of the water pipe were to receive clean drinking water. Before I left office, we were negotiating with the Togolese authorities on what the water rate they'll pay is. And so that's a project we are willing to revive. Indeed, we can revive it because it is a joint project between Togo and Ghana. And if we're able to do that, all our water-starved communities between here and Lome will be able to get enough fresh, clean drinking water. And as for infrastructure, I mean, everything we have here in Keta, we got in NDC time. Everything we have here, the infrastructure in our secondary school, electricity, everything, Keta C, defense wall, everything is NDC that does it. And yet, they come with propaganda and say, when NDC is, what did you get from NDC? You are committed to NDC. And they keep repeating. So our people sort of believe that when NDC comes, we don't do anything. There's nothing here, from electricity to water to schools to hospital, everything that was ever done in MPP's time. It's all been done in NDC time. So let's give credit where it's due and say, yes, we've got some development from NDC, but we want more. And we will give you more. So we'll work together. The first thing and our priority should be to get Atiglinyi out of the Flagstaff House. Now, on the same day that we'll hold the presidential primary, we'll also hold the parliamentary primaries. We're choosing the flag bearer and we're also choosing our parliamentary candidate. I just want to remind that it is a contest within the NDC family. It is a brotherly contest. It's as if a chieftaincy title has come and one family is supposed to choose the chief. We all will contest for the title. If one of us gets it, then the whole family rallies around the person. So I want that campaign to be a decent one, no insults, because when we have finished and we have selected the parliamentary candidate, we all want to be able to rally behind the person. But if we conduct a dirty campaign it will make it difficult for us to bring you all together again. So let's be decent and may the best person win. Now finally, branch executives, this campaign is yours. I'm going to mobilize logistics. I will go on my knees and beg and find the money to buy t-shirts, motorcycles, bicycles, calendars. We did it for our Congress. We had to bring almost 9,000 people from across the country. It cost us millions of cedis. We went round, we saw people, we raised the financing for it. This time, even though we're in opposition, it's going to be easier because a lot of people's businesses have been collapsed. A lot of enterprising people, their bonds and securities have been taken by government. And so they say, look, President Mahama, anywhere I go, President Mahama, our businesses are collapsing. We need you to get NPP out of power. And so whatever resources we can mobilize, we will mobilize and use it to support you so that you can get them out of power. So I assure you, we'll bring the t-shirts, we'll bring the calendars, we'll bring the posters, we'll bring the bicycles, we'll bring the motorcycles, we'll bring the vehicles. But please, when those items come, please, 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 let them go to the branches. If I could do it myself, I'll come round and bring the resources to you branch by branch. Because that is where the campaign is needed. In the branches, we need our branch executives to wear our beautiful NDC t-shirts and walk proudly in their communities. And walk proudly in their communities so that people will see that they belong to a proud party, the NDC. As for us, me, do you see me wearing a t-shirt? If I had a t-shirt, I'll remove it and give it to somebody. Because me, NDC is written on my forehead. Our constituency chairman, he doesn't need a t-shirt. Anywhere he goes, chairman the car, chairman one. Everybody knows you are chairman. You don't need to wear a t-shirt for them to know you are chairman. So let us let the resources go to the branches. There are several places. I went to one constituency, they were complaining. The chairman's wife had a t-shirt. He himself had a t-shirt. All his children had t-shirts. His father had a t-shirt. His mother had a t-shirt. I'm sure his girlfriend too had a t-shirt. And then branch executives had no t-shirts. They are going to win the election for us. And so we must give them the resources so that they can win the election for us. And so I just want to thank you for your support. I expect that May 13th you will all come out massively because we need to send a signal to the NPP that we are united behind one person. 50% plus one would win the primaries. 60% will win the primaries. 70% will win the primaries. 80% will win the primaries. Even 90% will win the primaries. But to send a signal to the NPP that we are one solid team, And that when our flag bearer looks behind, his army is standing solidly behind him. Then what we need to send that signal is 99.99999%. So I'll thank you very much and pray that God preserves your lives, because you have to live to see the NDC come back into power. May God prevent any premature death amongst all of us here. And what is the use of life without good health? May He give us good health too, so that on 7th January 2025, we will bring buses here and we'll carry you to Independence Square to see NDC coming back into power. I thank you very much. Mauna Keta, Akwe.